So I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now the iPhone 8 Plus is one of those devices that I think is just so iconic in so many different ways. And I think this phone is probably still one of the most probably best priced iPhones that have ever came out. And it sits at a really nice timeline and a really nice kind of, price range that really makes it a really, really good pickup even in the later part of 2020, but especially in the early parts of 2021. And the reason I kind of say those things for the most part is because as more and more devices come out, we kind of see how similar a lot of these iPhones are, at least with iPhones, with Samsungs and stuff. It's a little bit of a difference if I'm being honest, but Apple knows they don't really have to push out all their crazy features at one time. Now, when you hold a device like an iPhone 8 Plus and you hold a device like an iPhone 12 Pro, you can definitely tell there's some changes for sure. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, the iPhone 12 Pro is worse than the iPhone 8 Plus. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm mostly saying is with the 8 Plus, with a device like this type of phone, you are getting such a quality device for such a good price. Typically, we see phones that are super expensive and we have to wait a while before they get back to like what they should be. Like with the 12 Pros and everything, honestly, those are like $700 phones, probably less. And we're going to have to wait a while before they become like that. Now with the iPhone 8 Plus, it came out back in 2017. And right now, like I said before, it sits at a really good price range right now. You can pick them up for like $300, not even $300 in a lot of places. And I'll find the cheapest one on Amazon. I'll link it down in the description. You can get it from there and help support the channel at the same time. And really the best thing this phone has going for it, I think, especially nowadays, is the build quality. When you hold this type of phone, it just feels and performs still like a very smooth premium device. And that's something that's huge. When you look at a lot of Android phones, even phones that came out in 2017, devices like the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus, those phones feel good. I'm not saying those phones don't feel premium, but they don't really perform like they used to. With the 8 Plus, it kind of still performs like it used to. It's still a very fast and, heavy performing phone, which is really nice. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, but for a lot of devices out there, that's a very important thing to have. You want a device that's going to be smooth for years and years and years, not just the first year you own it. And luckily with the 8 Plus, it has, it's had a couple of years to, mature and become a better performing phone overall. So that in and of itself is a huge reason why the iPhone 8 Plus is a serious contender in my opinion. But beyond that, and kind of stepping away from that, the iPhone 8 Plus's longevity is beyond than just like the performance. It's also the software, like I've stated before. And when you have a device like an iPhone 8 Plus that's been out for a little bit, you know that it's not going to be outdated tomorrow. You know it's not going to be outdated next year. This thing probably still has a strong 2 to 3 years of support inside of it. And for a phone that's like a couple $100, and for getting the same day updates as phones like the iPhone 12 Pro Max and $1,000 plus phones, that's a huge thing. Right now we're seeing One UI 3 coming out for a lot of phones in general, and we're kind of seeing that the older phones are kind of getting the back end. I mean, they're not getting like the latest update right now. It's going to be taking a little bit of time for, the newest phones to get it, and the second oldest and the third oldest, and it's taking a minute for sure for all those devices to get the update. With this specific phone, all the same day the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max and the 14 Pro Max get the updates, this is the same day the iPhone 8 Plus is going to get the updates for the most part. So for sure, beyond that, the iPhone 8 Plus is an icon. But even that, I mean, this thing still, IP certification on this thing, dual camera setup that still rivals devices like the 12 Pro Max. Like for sure you're getting more features from the 12 Pro Max, but every time I pick up the iPhone 8 Plus, I just feel like it's still a really good phone. I just don't feel like it's gotten older. I feel like it's gotten better over time, which is very interesting. And when you have a phone like this that has Touch ID in this day and age where everyone's wearing masks and everything, you kind of just feel better by owning a device like the 8 Plus. You don't necessarily have to, feel like you have a super outdated or super old phone when you have this device. Nowadays, it feels like Face ID is kind of outdated because we have to like take off our mask, or we have to go and like just swipe up and put in our passcode versus actually just putting our finger on the fingerprint sensor and moving on from there. So that was another issue that I had with these newer phones, and that's why I was thinking Apple was going to bring back Touch ID, but it looks like they are a year behind and next year we may get it. But in terms of everything, that pretty much covers up most of the reasons why I think the iPhone 8 Plus is for sure an icon in this day and age. So that really pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.